Good morning, everyone. Today's Wednesday. Hard to believe because it's 10:42 a.m. and it's this busy. Like what? First horses came out at 10. There will be a guard change at 11 a.m. sharp. Blues, as far as I'm aware, will be leaving this morning, and the lifeguards will be arriving. Now, it isn't packed, obviously, because it's super early, but it's very busy. Which is surprising because I thought, today being the first day back at school for British school children, it would be pretty quiet, to be honest with you. However, I did get an inkling on the way in this morning. On the bus, there were lots and lots, dozens of German tourists. From their discussions, given my exceedingly limited Deutsch, I picked up they were heading to Buckingham Palace. And indeed they did jump off at Hyde Park Corner. It's very busy. Yep, surprising. I guess some people are finishing off their last few days of holiday. Great for the London economy, but very surprising. I was wondering, hold on, if I go out this morning, is it going to be completely dead? Is it worth going out this morning? Hey, lucky I didn't doubt myself. Still surprising. Plus we get a last look at these two beauties. See if I can have a little peek at the hoof number. 1 second. Use the other phone, I can zoom in a little bit. It's like a 13 actually. It's very difficult to pick that one up because of the light. Very shiny hoofs, and it's a very bright morning. That's why I'm keeping the camera pushed this way. Toward my right. The light is very bright coming from Parliament Square. You can see on the Portland stone of the box, light is making it almost look illuminated. Illuminating the trooper while he's at work, and the horse. The horse, he knows he's going back to Hyde Park this morning, or I mean, I hope he's going back to Hyde Park this morning. And if you remember, guys, especially the videos late last summer going into the autumn, one thing that was always surprising is that in the mornings at this time it was virtually deserted. That was the 45 bell, and this, it would seem, ta-da, gates being opened. Trooper giving us a morning wave. Top man being enthusiastic and happy this early in the day. And this will be the final Blues and Royals gatesman. See that light, how bright that light is, guys. I can't walk that way, otherwise we're going to get completely drowned out by the light. He's walked over to see if the boxman is all good. He'll then come potentially this way. Let's see. We haven't seen this boxman at my end, this end, in front of us, gesture with his sword. That was one supposed theory about how or why they will let the gatesman know if they would like him to come over. Okay, interestingly, he is coming over. Oh, good. Oh, goodness. It's super funny. The woman walks off, she's like, no, I don't want to be there, it's awkward. Brilliant. So the Blues are very close to being done, everyone. Keep that in the yard for the horses leaving shortly. That said, I mean, there is a very slight possibility that the Blues will be here. Nah, it's highly unlikely. I don't think they'll be here an extra day. Oh, this goes pretty much all straight into the box. Curiously. I'll pop into the yard in a second just to see if they're getting mounted up. If there are multiple troopers in the tunnel going into the stables, then we know that they're leaving this morning. If there's only a pair, then we know they're not leaving this morning. Everything's a bit sort of out of kilter somewhat as we're into the new year, so I really don't want to be 100% certain in stating that, hey, they're leaving. My money is on the Blues leaving this morning, but that doesn't mean they are leaving this morning. It's just a supposition on my part. Let's see if we can have a quick peek. Oh, okay, I'm seeing a couple of troopers. Literally, I can only see 2 troopers right at the back, mounted up. 1 second, let's see if we can spy them. There we are. So it's ambiguous, folks. Are they leaving or are they staying? I don't know. But you know what? We'll find out very soon. When will we find out? At 11. That's when we'll know for sure. However, once we see the horses emerging from the stable shortly, that will also let us know if it's a regimental changeover. If the pair come out, they're going to replace the existing boxman, no change. If, however, multiple riders come out and go through the tunnel, we know they're changing. One other possibility, however remote, we did see this late last year, is that they might do a regimental handover this afternoon. We sometimes saw some handovers post 4 p.m. inspection, but that was really in the summer when everything was a bit sort of topsy-turvy after the King's Troop Royal Horse Artillery had left. So everything's somewhat up in the air, a little teeny bit. Bit of uncertainty this morning, but my money's still on a regimental changeover. It is Wednesday. There will be a full guard change at the palace this morning, which means it's highly likely that the lifeguards will be along very soon. Beautiful light. You see, this is what I was talking about, guys. The light is magnificent. Parliament Square, Big Ben, is directly to my right from where I'm standing now. So the way that light casts itself onto the box, beautiful, eh? It really does look like something from a Renaissance painting. So you call that light, second horse out the gate. Let me see if we go right round, sort of in a bit of a semicircle, to be on the other side of the horse. That way we won't have the light destroying the image. That's a bit better. Second. I'm taking pictures, trying not to get in their way. There we are. Look at that. The light on this horse, guys, eh? Gosh, that's a picture and a half. The horse's mane is super fluffy as well. Now, let me take a picture. It's beautiful. That really is quite something, isn't it? Capture both the gas lanterns, or lamps rather. Okay, and I've got a good picture, which I will also post later. Let me see if I can also get in a bit closer to the hoof number. As I said before, a lot easier said than done, because sometimes even when you can get super close, you think you've got it, it's very hard to read it. Let's have a quick look. This is like crazy 10 zoom. Can't quite get it, folks, can't quite see it. Hopefully one of you might be able to pick it up. The main reason I'm wondering is that this is not a horse I recognise. He's got beautifully fluffy mane though, isn't he? Look, that forelock. 100% that was washed, conditioned and blow dried. Probably this morning, in fact. Either that or it's a natural beauty. Look how fuzzy it is. And 2 white socks at the rear. Yeah, in terms of the horsey equine beauty competition, this horse is the winner, I can tell you that. I'm keeping an eye through the gates as well to see if those stable doors open. So far, no. Yeah, 10-2. We're at 8.5 minutes to 11. A lot of people out the back this morning. I'm thinking about it actually. The way that the Ministry of Defence police fan out will also be an indication of whether or not there'll be a regimental change, because at the moment everyone is being permitted, as you can see, guys, to walk through the centre of the tunnel. That ordinarily would not be permitted were there going to be a regimental handover. I could just cheat and ask the police, but I'd rather just wait and find out. It's not as if we have a long time to wait anyway before we get a definitive answer. Let's have a look. I think I'm now seeing multiple troopers actually mounted. Okay, yeah, 2 of the officers have gone to the end of the tunnel, 2 more here in the yard, so it's going to be a regimental changeover. Ho ho ho! Santa comes early, or comes late. which way you look at it. It's either early for next year or late this year. Point being, we'll see the whole troop ride out, all of the horses. Just trying to decide actually, based on previous bright mornings, the very best spot to capture that light. A second, is it this corner? I think it is, isn't it, folks? It's going to be this corner, looking toward the front gates. Yeah, it'll definitely be the best spot to capture the other horses coming back in, if I can make it in time. It's nice and busy, but not sort of packed in a negative way, but it's bustling. There's some hustle here this morning. And interestingly enough, looking around the yard, they haven't posted two officers at this end of the tunnel yet. So I'm wondering, oh, hold on a second, pennies dropped. 1 second, folks. I think they might be short-staffed, and as such, they might well be about to lock the gates. 1 second, let me ask. Morning. Is it going to be out the front or out the back, or is the yard staying open this morning? It's okay to stay in the yard, yeah? Thank you. Okay, that's good. Glad I asked, because the other day I got stuck, didn't I, at the back, which was like, oh no. I always actively try and avoid getting stuck at the back, so it's good that they're keeping the yard open. People will be able to walk back and forwards, but more importantly, we will get some super clear footage of the horses departing. I'm still a little bit on the fence about which is the best spot. Yeah, that corner where I was before, this is the best spot today, looking backward, because there's just too much light on the stone in front. You can use that light to kind of illuminate this side of the courtyard. Yeah, that's better. Super dupe. So we'll get them coming up right in front of us. A few other people here, got a good spot on the corner. And now they are directing everybody into the walkway to the side of the tunnel. Some people are choosing not to bother to listen, but there we are. It is what it is. So look, he's telling everybody that they need to go into the walkway. Righty-ho, so we've got the entire troop leaving, folks. We should have, let me think, 6 or 7 horses to start with, and another 3 or 4 to follow when the rest of the troop departs. Okay, they're not short-staffed after all. I thought they were, but they're not. I've got a full contingent, 6 officers here as far as I can see. 2 at the front gate, 2 at the tunnel end, and 2 at the parade ground end. Right, here we go, everybody. They're hauling the gates open right now. See how many beauties you can spot, people, from the horses. In this beautiful light, eh? Oh, whoa! There's a bit of a horsey hold up. Look how happy they are, especially this one. Look, it's like woohoo! Going back to Hyde Park, woohoo! Lovely, super even. Okay, so I can now cross over to this side. They've gone through the tunnel and head back to the front. Why? Because in the next 5 to 10 minutes, nothing's happening here in the yard. Next up, lifeguards will arrive, come in, dismount, replace the boxman. That won't be happening until, I think the clock is 4 minutes to at least, I would think, 5 past, maybe even 10 past, possibly even later than that. Bear in mind, the other day it took 44 minutes for the change to be complete, but that was primarily due to the fact they had to substitute one horse that didn't want to work. So Mr. Fluffy-haired horse here gets a bit of extra time. Yep. See the troopers backing a van into the rear gate as well. That will be to pick up all of the kit and take other troopers, stablemen, etc. that are not on a mount back to barracks. So we can enjoy that super light from the front box here, and any tourist smiles before the lifeguards arrive. Let's keep our fingers crossed, guys, that we might get Indigo back here. If we're super lucky, we might even get Pagan. If we're super duper trooper super lucky, we might get Pagan and Indigo. Absolute fearsome twosome that would be. Never happened here, never seen it, but it could happen because they're in the same regiment. This horse is eyeballing me now. He's like, are you the one that was talking about my fluffy hair earlier? It's not my fault I was using coconut shampoo and it went a bit wrong. Horsey, you look beautiful, don't worry. Don't be bashful. It's all good. Oh, there's an actual official licensed tour guide here. With a small private group. That, to be honest, is a super way to identify licensed tour guides. You know, like a sort of official, almost like, you know, the yeoman warders at the Tower of London. You can't mistake them for what they are because of that magnificent uniform. Maybe they should have something similar for tour guides that wish to reach a certain level of, I don't know, professional accreditation, let's call it that way. So instead of just being, you know, a tour guide, you could be a sort of, you know, a super duper elite tour guide, rather like they have those super hosts on Airbnb. That would work, wouldn't it? Should there be such a thing, folks? I might even consider educating myself to that standard. This one's looking away now. He's like, oh, you've spent way too much time talking to my friend. I don't want to speak to you now. He's like, I've got beautiful socks. He's only got 2, I've got 3. You focus on him all morning. Oh. The little dash, beautiful dash of a blaze on the front there. See if now the light is gone a little bit. See if I can pick up a better picture of the hoof number. Vexing when I can't get it. Looks like 13. One second, folks. Let me zoom it in on the other camera. Oh, it's 43. There we are. Look, confirmed. That's horse 43. Now that doesn't mean an awful lot yet, but it will later. If any of you recognise this horse already, let me know, and I'll pop him or her. Can't see actually whether it's a mare or not. Probably a gelding. Pop him or her onto my little list. So we got number 3 in the lifeguards the other day. That is confirmed by multiple sources to be Rawdon, but we've still, crazy as it sounds, and this has gone up to the last couple of horse even, still haven't actually yet confirmed if the current Rawdon was indeed the old Arnie. We've got this confusion around the colouring because everyone has always known Rawdon as being Arnie, inverted commas. So it's very curious. So we'll stick with Rawdon as Arnie until we know otherwise, unequivocally that is. No one's saying it's not. We're just vexed over that issue of, hold on, in some of the early Arnie videos, the horse was completely uniform. There were no socks. Yet the horse we're now calling Arnie has got 2 socks. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, people. Can horses develop socks? I guess they can't. It's a colouring from birth, surely. They don't just grow a pair of socks. They don't head down to the Nike store and, you know, just be like, oh, I have a pair of those white ones, and slide them on. So either there was another horse that used to be called Arnie, or not. Big Ben, folks, you can hear. Behind me is Big Ben. Bong. Bet the horse knows it's home time as well. Bong, bong, bong. Oh, horsey, don't get excited, chap. It's not that kind of a bong. That's for after you've finished. Relax. So, don't suggest that I like to use a bong. Of course there's a bong, guys. Of course there's ketamine. It's much stronger. Oh, lifeguards are coming through the tunnel. Da, 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 da. Look at this. Here they come. Everyone's getting pushed back, which is good because it means that we will then get to see them super clearly. Super duper clearly. Lifeguard arrival. Here we are. One beauty. So, oh! Invader with the big powdery eyebrows is back. Brilliant. 100% that's Invader, everybody. So we've got one super famous lifeguard horse here at least. Don't forget, half the troop is still out the back. That was definitely Invader. The one that's got those sort of, you know, dusky, very, very, very distinguishable eyebrows. Okay, that's good. In terms of, you know, mega noticeable lifeguard horses, the top 3, without a doubt, Indigo, Pagan, Invader. So that's a brilliant start to Wednesday. Talking of brilliant starts, the guard is off. This will be his absolute final round. Once he comes back in, goes to the tunnel, he will be relieved by a lifeguard, who will then become the new gatesman as King's Guard. Let's see, is he going to go to either side or not? Aha. C'est super. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Look at the light again. A discussion, I think, which nationality deserves to get shouted at the loudest this morning. Boxman? To be honest, sir, I was thinking that it might be the turn of the French. The other guard, the gatesman, saying, well, a fair point, good sir, but I'm going to go for a German. Let's see if he's going to find Helga or Fritz just inside the gates. Ah, they've run off, look. They knew. Nope. No one's going to get shouted at, guys. They're not in the way. Even the lady that was at the guard shop moved. Yep, she was entirely compos mentis. That, you'll be glad to know, because those boots are not comfortable. Very unwieldy to walk in, exceedingly. That will be the last time he needs to do that for a good few days, luckily enough. Okay, so next up, despite all of the tourists flooding through, will be the first lifeguard boxman. How long will that take? As long as it needs to take. 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 hours. They'll come out when they feel like it. Realistically, within 5 minutes. That said, sometimes it takes longer. Very, very curious, eh? Very curious, the movement, the motion here today. I think a lot of it is to do with the fact that after a couple of horrid days, the reason I wasn't out yesterday, when I woke up yesterday morning, it was wretched. It had been pouring down with rain, it was stormy, windy. I thought, you know what? Nah, no point. So day off yesterday, hence being back out today, and I called it right. The weather today is massively better. And I think that's probably why a lot of people, both tourists and Londoners, have decided, you know what, I'm coming outside today because it's dry. That's the key test here. If it's dry, it's worth coming out. This horse really is an absolute champ. Not quite as majestic as the lifeguard horse Indigo, but one of the most majestic looking of, oh look, likes that word. One of the most majestic and elegant looking of the blues horses. I'll get an idea on this horse by tonight, folks. Real beauty, this one. Horse 43, Blues and Royals. Gosh, it's a bit windy. I'm hoping it doesn't destroy the audio too much. Yes, you are beauty. We're talking about you. You know, PC will this one leave actually? I don't recall seeing this horse on Monday, which is a shame because I would definitely have focused massively. Very, very passive horse. I haven't seen it go at all to nip anyone. Very, very passive horse. Beautiful eyes, beautiful eyes. Oh, there's an Italian argument happening to my left. I can't decide whether the horse at this end is more beautiful or the other one, I think. That's it, Dad. You put yourself in front of the horse just in case. Good man. Italian, Earth's most beautiful spoken language. There is no doubt about that. Sorry to disappoint you, Frenchies, but yep, the Italians have it. Oh, Bro was hoping to get his picture alone, but not happening. Nope. Yep. people in these last pictures don't understand how lucky they are. Momentarily, the Blues will be done. Now, some people would prefer, lifeguard pictures. Me, no comment, but hey. Hiya, morning. Happy you do you too, Colin. See, look at these happy smiles. Lovely. That's the way we hoped it would be here, guys, this morning, eh? People being back to normal, happy, optimistic, but, and this is the key, respectful. I hope it will stay like that until at least Saturday, when of course chaos will return. Why? Because it always does. This horse actually seems to me to be one of the highest off the ground of all of them. It's a very slender horse, but those long legs. Look, this guy that's going over for a picture now is super tall, but even he's dwarfed by that giant horse. It's funny because I thought Jeffrey Epstein had met an untimely end in a prison in New York City, but apparently he's back. Face transplant, little hat, umbrella. Yeah. Maybe he was given British citizenship by MI5. Turned informer. Tour guide to my left is telling everybody that the soldiers sit here, as you said, between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. No mention of the fact that they break every hour, or indeed that often they finish after one shift, never to be seen again the same day. Pity that, but obviously, it's a little bit more controversial to say, hey, they sit here all day. That elicits gasps, from the tourists. Like, oh my goodness, they're on the horse for 6 hours. That's extraordinary. And it would be, but it would actually also be foolish for anyone to sit on the same horse in the same spot for 6 hours. Why? Imagine how much hemorrhoid cream they get through in HCAV if the troopers need to sit here for 6 hours without changing over. Oh, someone's brought this silly little dog. Very smart. Let's let the dog bark at the horse. Still haven't figured out how stupid you need to be to bring a dog where there is a working military horse, but there we are. Who's next? Who's up next? Who's up next? I'll try to be sort of close to the centre for the boxman handover. Really hoping that we get Invader in one of the boxes. That would be a lovely surprise. Been a good while since she was here as well. I say she, I'm pretty sure Invader's a mare. Like sort of about 85, 80. Okay, you know what? I am reasonably. Let's not go there. I've lulled myself into that false sense of security in terms of the gender of the horse before. Even this one, I'm not going to call it until I know. Sorry folks, occasionally I notice people look at me when I film, it's like, watching me. It throws quite off my narration somewhat. Okay, let's focus on happy tourists. One of whom is disrobing to my left. Here she comes. Ta-da! Boyfriend's holding the two outer layers. It's very chilly this morning. I can understand why people have got, generally speaking, winter coats. That foot has to go up. Let's not forget about the foot at the back. There it is. Not sure why that's relevant, ladies. Anyone? What is the significance of the risen foot? Interesting to see how long the lifeguards are taking. I would have thought they'd actually be out by now, I really would. forget, the later the horse comes out, the lifeguard horse, to take over from the Blues and Royals horse, the shorter the shift will be for that horse. So I'm guessing, let me have a look at the clock, wait. It's about 13 minutes past. So presently, the next horse up will only have 47 minutes in the box, and it's not even here yet. Siren behind me is actually the fire brigade for once. Quite a rare sight along here. Almost universally the police. Maybe Guy Fawkes is back. Even more remarkably, looking around, there's not a single person actually that's filming here this morning. Guys, this footage that you're looking at right now is not being streamed by anyone or filmed. In other words, it is completely unique. Unusual actually to get here and there not be a single other person. Very unusual. Where are you all, folks? Cute actually, Toy's getting selfies with the beware sign. Back a tiny bit to give you an idea of what's actually going on here. Now that super bright light has, luckily, for the moment, gone. That means I can stroll down this end again without worrying about getting a camera full of glare. Notice in the mornings though, and yes, I know it's partially because there are, you know, the crowd is far less compressed than the weekends or in the afternoons, but notice how people do stand back instinctively, very respectfully for their pictures, either very far left and right of the horse, either side of the box, or way back, in many cases even behind the bollards, when you're able to do so. What I'm saying is, in defence of the tourists, a lot of the time it's not possible to avoid to avoid crowding somewhat. Okay, Trooper's now telling everybody to get behind the white line. First or second white line, he's saying to everyone. Police are also helping out. Good stuff. This beauty's listening to the conversation I'm having with you guys. You can see it, look. Just like the other one was. Twitchy, twitchy. Horse has got such a kind face. This one is so kind. In fact, if they ever remake Black Beauty, it'll have to be with this one. That forelock really is impressive. I don't know how on earth they got it to be that fluffy and fuzzy this morning. So Pity's getting a bit spoilt by the wind. Okay, anyway. Oh. They're actually changing. Hold on a second. Oh no, they're not. They're not. I thought they were going to change their foot guards first. They do that occasionally, but no, it's new horses. Okay, which two have we got? Oh, I can't quite see. Oh, he's telling everybody to get back. Oops. Miss Pink hasn't heard. What are the chances? We've got a 1 in 6, 1 in 7 chance of getting Vader in this box. I'm excluding the Corporal of Horse's horse. See, she just got told to get her out of the way. They were on it this morning, the police are well on it. Luckily. Okay, which horse? Oh, ladies and gents, I think I've spied Vader going into the other box. Oh, see, that was a police shouting at someone. They just went to step forward. They're proper on it, actually. The police today, like really on it. I love how he shouted at her. Hello. Should see her bounce back behind the bollards. That made me jump. Okay, this one. Let's have a very quick look at those hoofs. Pick up the hoof number. Again, it's very hard for me to see it, even though it's on my camera screen, guys. I think it's partially my my lenses and the sunglasses, but I'll be able to pick that up later. Right, here comes the flood, and we'll have a look at the other horse in a few minutes. In other words, I'm not going to head off just yet. Shortly. Now they've run I wouldn't say late, but they've run over somewhat. That's interesting. Why? Because next up will be the rest of the troop coming through. I've also just remembered, if I go back through the gate, there is a small chance we'll get it. Not super clearly, but we should be able to get it. The changeover. And will we get it in the tunnel? Possibly. Let's have a look. It's 50-50. Tunnel's looking a bit chocker this morning. Gosh, it's very busy here in the tunnel. But there is enough space just to get it. 1 second, everyone. Richard.
Sentries past! Old sentry left! Stand! To your post, quick! Back!
Oh. Glad that we got it. We just got it, in fact, at the last moment. We get out there before the flood is packed. In fact, claustrophobically busy in the tunnel. So next up will be the gatesman coming out. A bit of loitering in this spot for the gatesman. He's got a lot of tourists to get through here to get to his post. No troopers. The trooper was out, who's gone back in. So at the moment there is an officer who potentially will tell everybody to move out of the way, but then maybe he'll leave it to the guard. Let's see. Let's see. Where's that gatesman? Oh, yep, he's telling them all to make a gap. Okay, this is not a trooper that I recognise. Lovely. Very well done, actually. Exceedingly well done. Yeah, I don't know that trooper. Possibly new, possibly up from Bulford. Really not sure. Really not sure. Sorry. Almost got in the trooper's way there. Silly me. Right, let's head back to the front. They're done now, that's it. The King's Lifeguard is now formed of the Lifeguards regiment, the Blues and Royals having left. And here, everybody, we have, unless again there's another horse that has those remarkably unique and distinctive markings. Invader, I'm sure of it. If anyone wants to dispute that or confirm it in the comments, please go ahead. But remember when we first came across this beauty with those very, very distinctive eyebrows. I'm sure it's the same horse. Let's grab the hoof number anyway. That will help if there's any uncertainty. Horse looks like, is that 57 or 67? Super hard to see it on the camera. Wait, looks like 67 to me. Either that or I need an eye test. No socks at all, completely black, except for those magnificent very authoritative looking, almost professorial. Yeah, so I've been studying equine philosophy for many years here at HCAV, and I'm here to impart my wisdom. Oh, hold on. Bro.
No.
Can't just told him to cough. Did you see that? I don't exactly know because I'm not a lip reader, but the gist of what he said was pretty much get lost. It just said there's always kind of mauling, wasn't it, a little bit, a teeny bit with his hand. It wasn't really gentle passing or touching. It was sort of like mauling at the horse. I don't think the guard appreciated that. Yeah, he pretty much told him to get lost or sling your hook, chap. Brilliant. That's right, you told him, trooper. Damn it. I mean, I'm glad I got up early, guys, but would you believe, despite it being super packed, and look, it is packed, that there is, right now, no sunlight at all. It's gone. Sunlight's gone. Zero. Nieto, as a Russian would say. No sunlight. Nieto солнышко. Oh, there's me talking about Germans. The lady next to me is German. Here comes the wind as well, go folks. Flipping, I was probably going to blow the camera away in a minute. Yep, 100% from Germany. I think it might be a public holiday actually in a week off. Germans watching the channel, is it some kind of special period? Do you all have a week off? I should have asked the ladies actually, but they already wanted it. Yep, they're gone. I should have said, excuse me, Fraulein, is it a special week off in Germany? I really do love how on it the police were this morning. Really hammered to nails situation. Sorry. Yeah, but it's okay. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Said, are you filming with the French accent? Are you filming with the video camera? Mais oui. C'est vrai. Oh, who's up next? Okay, so we know the troop at the other end is absolutely not going to stand for any shit this morning. Oh, after spotting that. That was super funny, the way. The guy seemed pretty chill actually, even though he was mauling the horse. Never mind. Struggling with her composure in the picture. Cute actually when people get super excited to see the horse. Oh, she actually even asked if she could stand near the horse. Very polite young lady. So shame we don't see more of that. Oh wait, her boyfriend's about to propose. Oh no, he changed his mind. Yes, he left the ring in the hotel. Oh well. Maybe they'll try again on Friday, guys. I'll be here to capture it, I promise. It's a football firm walking by. Let's see what happens when the guard changes finish at Buckingham Palace, because it's now 11:26. It hasn't finished yet. It finishes at 11:30 sharp. Based on what happens after that, I will decide if there's going to be a part 2 to this video. I found, folks, certainly in the past week anyway, that a lot of you seem to be completely content with part 1. Judging by the number of people that were watching the New Year videos, a couple of days I only posted a single video and boom, off it went, like a little rocket. So good stuff everyone, thank you. Oh, who's up next? Wow, Germans again. So many people speaking German today. So ihr is us. So that's a German speaking with a French accent. Okay, so what's up next? Well, ladies and gents, let me tell you what's up next. The rest of the troop coming in to dismount is next. Zoom myself to the front of the tunnel. Now when will that be? Now theoretically, momentarily is when that'll be. There's no way of knowing for sure how long it'll take, but oh, look at that. I really wasn't joking, was I, when I said momentarily? Corporal of Horse at the front. Look at these beauties piling out into the tunnel. Wow, beautiful. 1, 2, 3. Boxman we had before. 4 and 5. The chitsman, the gatesman at the back. So Corporal of Horse, the 2 boxmen that we saw being replaced a little while ago. Chitsman and gatesman at the back. Yep, I'm finally getting the hang of it now. That explains why there are 5 in the second group. Why did the penny not drop with that before? It makes sense. The officer, a non-commissioned officer, and his troopers, those 2 boxmen, the gatesman and the chitsman. Okay, so they've left. They are done. Finito. What's up next? I'm going to go to the other side very quickly while there's a moment. Next up will be the lifeguards, or the remainder of the lifeguards. I want to be on this spot because we'll get the best, most, closest footage of the remaining lifeguard horses as they come through. That's it, Mr. Banana. Everyone else is getting pushed into the tunnel passageway. Okay, the yard is now gloriously quiet. I can whisper and you can still hear me because it's much quieter. Okay, Blues have lined up. They will in a moment be dismissed and head back to Hyde Park Barracks, which means the lifeguards, the second and final part of this troop, will come through the tunnel and into the stables. I do miss though, guys, I can't wait actually for the spring to come back again, because we will start, obviously. These 2 are just not getting it, they're not listening. Tourists are just strolling wherever they want. Absolute idiots. Back to the spring point, we will get those dismounts again. Missing that. Seems like it's been many months. It hasn't, it's only been a couple. It seems much longer since they were jumping down off those glorious horses. That clanking noise, especially when the regiment changes over. Horses come in that second group and then they all call out their numbers, HCAV numbers, and then dismount in a big group. That noise is very unique. It was a great noise. One of my favourite noises after the horses going clippy-clop in the tunnel. Lifeguards, where are you? Come on, folks. 1 second. 11:30. Actually, they're pretty much bang on time this morning. He says that's going to depend on whether they're through the tunnel in the next 60 seconds or 600 seconds. That's better, isn't it? That's how we like the yard to be sometimes. Peace, quiet, tranquility. Perfect. There's a bus, guys. In fact, 2 buses, look. That's a London Vista and a half, isn't it? So I wonder if there's been some sort of new instruction to really clamp down hard on naughty tourists. However, part of it might well be the fact that of the officers that I've seen here today, 2 I didn't recognise. I'm not sure if they're new or just transferred back. I'm talking about the Ministry of Defence Police, not the troopers. So some new faces. What does that mean? It means that they've probably been, told, hey, this is the way it works here. This is what you need to do, and they've come over correctly. So like a hammer, basically making sure the tourists are in line. Good thing to see. I personally think it's brilliant. Way it should be. Lest we forget, guys, clamp down on minor infractions. That will help to deter people from more serious infractions. I can hear some clippy clops. Right, here we go. This is our last group horse moment. For today at least. 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of beauties. Yeah. 5, 6. Damn it, his voice is so powerful. His horse almost had a heart attack. I almost had a heart attack. 7. Goodness me. That was something, wasn't it? I wasn't expecting that many, actually. 7, I think. It seems like a lot. Wait, it's not a long guard because they've got no colours. Curious. Anyway, folks, we do have lots of new guests and visitors. Look, I'm not sure why this is not the day they give out the bread and the cheese. Anyone else thinking of coming down to get fed this morning? Don't. Okay, bread and cheese day. Typically that happens on Mondays. Sometimes, if there's enough bread left over from the week, they'll hand out some more bread on Fridays. But Wednesday is not a bread and cheese day, everybody. Emphasis being on the cheese. For anyone watching from France, you're not going to get free cheese today here at Horse Guards, okay? Come back Friday. Now, much as I'm tempted to spend as much time with the lovely invader as possible, bearing in mind she will be gone in under 30 minutes, I'll be here for a little bit, then I will go to the other end. So it's going to be a kind of 30-70. 30 this end, 70% the other end. But we'll see how the crowd develops. That's also kind of relevant. Oh, let me do it quickly. That's better. Have it right in front. Ta-da! They're really flooding out now. A bit of a backlog in the tunnel. Did really like that Lance Corporal of Horse's voice. Flipping out. You see how the horse responded? He's got a very powerful voice. Horse was like, oh my god! As was I. Anyway, a lot of very familiar faces. Even more so than the familiar faces that were already on duty here. Very familiar faces on the horses today. Now I'm much intrigued to see who the boxman will be that replace the current 2 boxmen and which horses they'll be on. Oh! Oh no, again it was a French guy. I saw him mouth it. He mouthed pardon. I really hope we picked it up. He almost face planted into the horse because he was on his phone. No way, that's only ever happened once before, and you all remember that video. He was like, pardon? To be honest, it's weird that the guy seemed to be concerned. Normally if a French guy is running towards a horse, in that manner, it's the horse that's petrified because he thinks he's getting up in a stew. Wow, I can't wait to relook at that. What time frame? It's about the 52-minute mark. Let me make a note of that so I don't forget. He almost face planted into it. 52 mins. Okay, I'll save that in my little text document on the other phone. I can't actually read it because it's not easy to type with one finger. It reads as something like 52. But it'll at least remind me of what I'm trying to look for in the video. Let me see the optics of that before I decide whether that will be a good thumbnail for today or the police deciding to shout at everyone. Gosh, it's really fairly jammed for Wednesday. Bear in mind everyone, British school children, as I said when we first started this morning, British school children are off. I say off. They're off away. Their holidays are finished. They're done. So no more holiday. Holidays ended. So they're off to school this morning. I mean, mine were. So I'm surprised. Surprised that there were this many people. Bearing in mind that there will be very, very, very few Brits here. This is primarily a tourist crowd and a very large one. But for some reason, and I guess it's because of those glorious eyebrows, they're all heading, thronging to Invader. Just squeeze my way through there. Gosh, look. Group around Invader is huge. I think they noticed that this horse aesthetically is the better photo op. into the horse, I think, about it. When you came out, you were like, you almost walked into the horse. I was going to forget how to say, parler anglais. Just a little, petit peu, yeah? Yeah, the horse, when you came out the gate, you saw the horse. Listen. Yeah, you nearly walked into it. Oh goodness, no, we're struggling, guys. Studying my French is not good enough for Noyce's English, so we're struggling. But yeah, that was the chap that almost face planted into the horse. Nice guy, but that was funny. Oh, tour guide telling everyone how to stand for the hitches.
Regardez-moi. Approchez-vous. Super les filles. Vous pouvez dire merci.
They got a super picture of that family, lovely. Who's up next? Oh, I was going to say, it's the first person I've ever seen have a picture taken with the back to the crowd. Funny stuff, eh? Very funny stuff today. Hey, all good, you?
Yeah, happy New Year.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a stonker. Did you come from the palace?
Yeah.
How busy is it this morning?
Not as
Chocker.
busy as last week.
But still pretty chocker, yeah? Almost everybody seems to be speaking German and French today.
Last week was an accent.
Yeah. But hey, you know, got to make hay while pretty good, eh?
Decent, yeah. I haven't got the bits. I've only got like 3 or 4 basic bits.
Yeah? No, it'll pick up pretty quick, you know it will. You know it will. Have a good day, yeah? A tour guide there that I know, nice guy. Oh, she's very close. Now we've seen this guy doesn't take any nonsense at all. We already saw him tell the guy to get lost. Quite a bit happened this morning, didn't it? Oh, she's terrified, but doing a good job there, trying to hide it.
Safe distance.
Oh, goodness. You can hear, folks, can't you? Even though it looks like it's deserted right now, you can hear behind me the sheer amount of accents being spoken. Keep an eye for the guard coming out, actually. Oh no, you know what? It's just starting to rain. No, don't do this to me. Come on. It wasn't even forecast to rain. Let's hope it just spits for a moment and then goes back to normal. Let's see. Oh, 1 second. Get ready for the, yeah, look, guard already putting the horse back into the box. British weather, eh? Would you believe it? Okay, get ready for it. Everyone's going to panic now. And we're going to get some people running to the arches. Wait, let's go inside. Some people will definitely be popping into the arches because it's raining quite heavily. Look, everyone's going to dash off now. It's actually not terrible timing because I wasn't far off finishing this video anyway. Let's see what happens with the arches. Normally, it's this side. People seem to feel entitled to run over into the arches this side. Will they? Maybe. I'm not sure there are enough people here to do it. That's so unfortunate. Police are already out of the rain over there. Unbelievable, eh? I got here, started filming, talking about how much of a beautiful morning it was, that glorious early morning light, and it turns into mush. Oh, goodness me, how unfortunate. However, it could quite easily revert, so let's not worry too much yet. I feel very sorry for everyone that decided to track from Buckingham Palace along the Mall, because that space has no cover at all. Forget about it. Even the trees are, even though they're enormous trees, you know, we're in the winter there, they don't provide any cover. Goodness gracious. The only thing missing actually from today's video has been somebody getting shouted at for walking into the archway on either side. That said, I don't recognise the guard on this side, so I have no idea if the guard would shout. Not everybody's going with an umbrella though, so I'm tempted to think that the rain is not going to be super heavy. No, maybe we'll be alright actually. It's not going to pour. I really thought then for a second that was going to be it. Boom. But I'm already seeing glimmers of the sunshine coming back. How fortunate is that? Exceedingly fortunate. Okay, back to Invader. It's still raining, but it's not pouring, so I can risk the kit getting damp but not soaked. See, look, they're not going to let the rain spoil their picture. Nor is she, nor are they again. Oh. He's going to lose his footing if he's not careful. He's on the cobbles in the box. If the horse had pushed him harder, he would have fallen backwards. I was really hoping he'd keep his balance. Lucky he did. That would not have been a nice thing actually to see him roll back into the horse poo. Would have been a first though. It looks like they're frozen. She keeps glancing out of side right of the horse. Yikes, it's raining heavily now, everybody. Yeah, give it a minute, I'm going to have to head to the tunnel. It's absolutely pouring down. I think you can even hear it now on the umbrellas and stuff. I've got the umbrella, people. Look. Somebody just got shouted at in the arches. The moment that we were expecting to happen did just happen. Yeah, somebody did walk into the arch. I'm not sure if the microphone picked it up, but somebody just got shouted at for walking over into this archway. They're taking down the kit at the guard shop. I thought it was only a matter of time. They didn't walk in like really far into the archway, but the guard did shout. You can see the officer probably wandering over to ask what happened or who it was. Plus, if he stands there, it will stop anyone else trying to go in. Tunnel is chocker, look. And that's where I'm going to have to head in a minute, guys, because otherwise we are going to end up with broken kit. Rain's way too heavy now to be walking around for any length of time. It's a real shame I've got an umbrella, but as I said, this morning's forecast, clear. There wasn't even a mention of it potentially raining, so I'm very, very, very much surprised. So into the tunnel we go for a little while. Not terrible. I mean, the actual timing of the rain didn't completely destroy the video. Let's have a little look in here. Look, it's like a Second World War bomb shelter. I really do feel sorry for everyone that's tracking over with kids and stuff from the palace. Horrid. Look at that, it's really quite wretched, isn't it? Especially as almost everyone that we're seeing this morning coming toward us now and behind me in the tunnel are foreign tourists in London for their holidays. So I do honestly, genuinely feel very sorry for them. Not fair, is it? But hey, that, ladies and gents, is London for you. It really is London. 1 minute it's glorious, the next minute it's a mush. Unfortunately. Right, let's stay at the other end of the tunnel. 1 second, let's go back into the tunnel. There's chairs, luggage, everything. At least from this spot, actually no wait, no one's going to run into the tunnelway this time. The officers, they're standing guard. That will ensure that no naughty tourists run into the tunnel, into the arches rather. Sorry. Yeah, they're not going to risk it when he's got an automatic weapon. That said, we have seen more stupid things in the past. Anything's possible. Okay, now it's lightened up again with the rain. How peculiar, eh? Main reason I was concerned is not so much about the kit getting wet. It gets wet, it's not the end of the world. It's more about the fact that shortly, I can't see the clock, pretty soon, I'm going to just dry this, guys, I'm talking to you. Pretty soon we've got those new horses coming out. And obviously I want to see which 2 new horses are coming out, ideally before ending this video. Hence I didn't want to get rained off. What's the time? It's exactly 10:02. There we are. Exactly 10:02. So, now it's lightened again, back to Invader in the rain, lighter rain, until the changeover. Yeah, that'll be fine because the video will end at under 80 minutes. Chaos now, everyone's sort of wandering all over the place to avoid everyone else's umbrellas. Come on, Raid, hold off. Just for a little teeny bit longer till we see which other horses, please. No, it's driving now, guys. It's like sort of slushy, sleety rain. It is what it is. Actually, wait, I've just realised I've got a handkerchief which I'm going to tie around the bottom of the gimbal. It's not like some sort of peace sign, just that will keep it reasonably dry and waterproof. Okay, we're good for a moment. I could care less if the gimbal ends up dying. I've got another one, but I'd rather not lose the phone, obviously. No, I'm okay. I'm okay. So the video's at 1 hour and 10 minutes, so I'm just going to wait for the horse to change over. Be easier. You sure? But is it? I think it broke, no, on this side. Is that why it won't open? It does. Yeah, it's still going up. It goes up, but it doesn't want to stay up, no? That's very strange. Oop, don't worry. Yeah, I'll hold it there. There we go. It keeps me dry. Thank you very much. Okay, folks, we are undercover now. I need to hold up the umbrella because it's not staying up by itself, but that will at least enable us to stay under cover until the changeover, at which point I will end today's video. We've got something like about 8 or 9 minutes roughly, but bearing in mind I can't check that now as I've got no spare hands. However, it might stop raining shortly. If it does, great. I can drop the umbrella down. Problem solved. Let's see. You can probably hear actually how hard the rain is hitting the umbrella now. It's very, very, very hard, very heavily raining. Hitting the umbrella hard. What a wretched day, eh? It was so nice when it started, but now it's absolutely chucking it down. Look at it. Pelting down. That is frightfully unfortunate, isn't it? Horses are way back in the box now. In fact, once you come out the gate, unless you know they're here, you wouldn't even realise. Yes, Peter, come on, Peter, Peter, wherever you are, Peter, Peter. This horse is looking far more brown than black actually for some reason, I'm not sure why. Yep, this umbrella is an absolute nightmare. Some people are still brave enough though to be pretty chill. I've just noticed a lot of people are wandering into the archway inside. I don't know if that's because the officer has just wandered off or what's happened. Look, they didn't go right in, but yeah, because it's raining so heavily, the officer's obviously gone back. I mean, they are in the archway, so I have no idea if the officer will tell them to get out. Other side, probably not. This side will be the key side if it's going to happen. Are they in the arches? Strictly speaking, probably. These two beautiful police horses coming through. Look at these, look. Police unicorns. Wow. In this weather. It hasn't rained this heavily here actually in many, 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 many weeks. October, I think, was the last time we got rain of this kind of quantity. Look at this. Uh-oh. But where's the guard? Everyone's in the arches. Look at this. Look at this, everyone. Where's the guard? Wait, there's somebody. Look, they're behind the chain in the arches. Where's the guard? Oh my God. Wait, I hope the guard's not behind the guard shop. This is going to be absolute carnage. I think the guard went into the tunnel, actually. I think that's the reason that everyone has bombed over here into the spot where the guard normally goes. Wow, I've never seen this, guys. We've never seen this here before, have we? Look at this. But I'm trying to get the absolute perfect picture. You would not believe it, would you? First time we've ever seen it. People completely, not only crowding into the arches, but actually standing where the gatesman stands, behind the chain in the arches. That's a sight I never ever thought I'd see here, honestly, really. We've seen much heavier weather than this before and it's never happened like that. I think it's because the guard is in the guard's got to be in the tunnel, surely. Look, they're just having lunch and stuff in the arches. Good Lord. I'm shocked. I'm sort of nervously laughing here because I'm absolutely shocked. Now let's see what's going to happen when we hit the hour with the situation vis-a-vis a guard needing to come into the arches here or go out of the arches here. How extraordinary, eh? All these tourists have stood on a spot that I don't think I've ever seen tourists stand on before. I don't ever remember, even in the worst examples, anyone going in behind. Look. Here we go. That's it. Good stuff, officers. Look at that, they're all getting chucked out. Brilliant. And rightly so. I think what happened is the crowd is so big behind me, the officers didn't even realise that this entire area got absolutely chocked up with tourists. Brilliant. Look at that. How many there are? Look, they're all behind the guard shop. Utterly extraordinary. Look. Quite remarkable, guys, eh? We kind of spoke about that before, haven't we? How would we ever see people flooding into this area behind the chain? Never thought we would, but we did. Absolutely extraordinary. I never thought I'd see that ever. Unbelievable, eh? Really, literally. Even the officer's shocked. The guard moved everybody because it's raining so heavily. We've got that leakage again. I still don't know where that's coming from. I can't see it. Some kind of pipe. But anyway, that's what happened. And wow. What on earth can I say, folks, other than wow? We've really seen it all now, haven't we? I'm going to get over onto the corner here because I think this will be the only spot where it will be clear enough to see what's happening when the horses change over. And when they come out and head to the boxes, guys, I will then finish this video. An utterly extraordinary Wednesday morning here at Horse Guards, like no other, in all honesty. Even with this umbrella thing I've got holding up here, it is absolutely pelting it down. I'm not even sure if you can hear what I'm saying because of the raindrops on the umbrella. Beautiful sights there. You can see the light has come back. The light is pretty reasonable. Here come the horses, guys. Everyone being told, schooled heavily now to get themselves behind the line. Not much chance of that when the line's already full. Here we go. We luckily have got a spot right in front, and it seems that the rain is calming down a teeny bit as well. I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon, but it is calming down. At least we get to see those two new horses. What a beauty that one is, eh? And they seem pretty chill, actually, in the rain. Sometimes the horses really freak out when it's raining heavily. Closing shot, folks, will be the two boxmen going back into the stables with their mounts in the rain. It's funny, you know, I've ever used something like OMG in my video titles, but I think it might be appropriate today. That really was a sort of like, what on earth moment, wasn't it, folks? We've never seen that. I'm not sure if it's ever happened. I'll ask Busker if I see him, but I don't recall anyone ever standing where the guard stands in that exact spot on the wrong side of the chain. And there we have it, ladies and gents.
Right, guys, we need everybody out of the centre archway to keep moving across the tilt yard.
Everyone's being told to move across the tilt yard now. Look at this. The guard can't even get out of the tunnel. It's completely chocker. I will capture this bit, guys, and that will be our sort of closing scene. Wow, just wow. Wretched weather, too many people. Not really surprised, I guess. So what happened, luckily, is that when the guard left post to go over into the tunnel, as the guard always does for a changeover, the tourists took that as their sneaky opportunity to run into the archway and stand where the guard normally stands. Very naughty. Fortunate that we get to see this though, guys, before I end today's video. Each moment I think that we're at the end and something else interesting happens. Somebody's doing flash photography in the tunnel as well. arch area behind me is now clean and clear again.
Guys, move back.
There's the police shouting at everybody to move back to make some space. Plenty of officers out here today to deal with it. Look at this. 5 officers that go in the yard here to deal with all these people that are not listening today. Here comes the new gatesman. People are scattering, luckily. Yep, they're moving out of the way pretty quick, smart. Well, guys. You would not have believed it, would you, had I not been here to capture it? 6 officers actually dealing with the crowd today. The crowd is so massively chaotic, as you can see. Barely know where to point the camera. Anyway, glad we got it. That might well have been the first time we've ever seen that. I'll be back, as ever, ladies and gents, soon, very soon. Bye for now.